Have you ever had the feeling that you're sabotaging your own trades? Have you ever second-guessed every trade you put on, regardless of the testing and research you've put into it? All traders, from beginners to pros, face this challenge, and it's the single biggest challenge to trading successfully. And that's why, in the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how to make sure that you overcome this biggest hurdle in your trading venture and you can start trading successfully. I call it the 7 steps to trading success. Hi, I'm Corvin Kaderla. I've been in the financial industry since 2001 and have run my own currency fund since 2011. Since 2014, I've helped lots of individuals like you get a handle on trading the FX markets. But this video is about making sure that you trade better, so let's get to it. There's one simple trick you have to teach your brain in order to become a successful trader, and that is stick to your rules and accept your losses. That's easier said than done. You see, economists for decades have wanted to make us believe that we are rational agents. Truth is, people aren't rational. They all tend to get driven by the same flawed reasoning: illusion of control, gambler's fallacy, loss aversion. These biases make you want to be right on every trade. So bad that they make you rather sink your bank account than walk away to live another day. Wanting to be right and not taking losses are the two issues that are the downfall of every failed trader. They are the only issues that matter and that need to be fixed. What you need is discipline. You see, trading the markets is like breathing. Just like you can't breathe in without breathing out, you can't win without losing. If you think all you need is a holy grail, then guess again. There is no holy grail, and the reason you're still chasing it, and hence losing money by quitting every system you've started when it has a losing trade, is because you had to be right on this one trade or system. You gain discipline through experience. And no, you don't have to sit in a loincloth in a cave in the Himalayas for the next 10 years. Do the 7 steps to trading success, and discipline will become second nature. So how does it work? Simple. Here are the 7 steps that will transform your trading. First, flip a coin. Second, if its heads go long, if its tails go short. Third, in both cases, put an initial stop of 20 pips on the trade. Fourth, if the trade is showing a loss after 5 minutes, close it out. Fifth, if the trade is showing a gain after 5 minutes, let it run with a trailing stop of 20 pips. Sixth, if the trade is still in profit by the end of the week, close it out on a Friday afternoon. Seventh, keep an accurate log. Now, do this 50 times in a row and stick to the rules without exception. It doesn't matter what you think will happen to the currency, just stick to the rules. That's how you'll experience discipline. I can already see you overflowing with questions. What? I'm tossing a coin? Will I lose money on this? You heard right. The whole point of this exercise is to put on trades based on the outcome of a coin flip. If you flip heads, you buy the currency pair. If you flip tails, you go sell the currency pair. The point of this exercise is to learn to stick to the rules.
Here's a live example of how this works in the MT4 platform. Bring up your favorite currency pair. Let's say it's Aussie dollar, since it's had action today. Flip a coin. It's tails, so now we put in the order. Now we add a 20 pip stop to it, which makes it 74.96. And now we're going to fast forward 5 minutes into the future. We're now 5 minutes into the trade, and it's turned out to be a loss. So, since we're sticking to the rules, we're going to close this trade out. I'd also like to quickly show you how to put in a trailing stop in case you do end up with a winner. So let's just kick off an order And assuming you want to have a 20 pip trailing stop on this order in the MT4 platform, you right click on the order, you choose trailing stop, go to custom, and since this is a 5-digit broker, I enter in the number 200. If it were a 4-digit broker, I'd put in 20 and click OK.
I recommend you use nanolots. What this means is that if you trade a nanolot of euro-dollar, each pip is worth 1 cent. So, if you have 50 losing trades, your worst case scenario will be a $10 loss. Trust me, it's the best money you have ever spent. There are really two important outcomes that you will be habituated with: an emotional distancing from the trade outcomes, which allows you to take optimal decisions, and the ability to follow and stick to the rules. These two habits will transform the way you approach trading and the way you think about it forever. Think of this exercise as a simulated combat situation in which you drill yourself to develop these two new skill sets by repeating trades in quick succession. You might say that losing $10 does not matter to you, but as several of my students who tried this out said, the emotion of anger and frustration and losing a trade is the driver to irrationality. Even though the loss is only a couple of cents or dollars, the frustration is infinitely larger than spending $10 down at the local Starbucks for cupcakes and coffee. It's not the money that drives the emotions, it's our basic neural wiring. The 7 steps to trading success will drill you into behaving rationally. I'll give you some quotes from my students who've completed the exercise and how they felt afterwards. I randomly chose the trades and didn't regret any losses. This is the second time around, and I'm getting more and more mechanical about this and not emotional. I can't thank you enough for this exercise. It was more instructive than anything I've done since starting to learn about trading. There you go. You have just seen the foundational habits and behavior you need to be a successful trader. As you probably realized, just flipping a coin isn't going to make you money consistently. To do that, you'll need a proven approach to the FX markets. You see, the FX markets pay you for participating. So the secret to trading the FX markets is to create a portfolio that pays you. I've created a guide which will take you through exactly the steps you need to get paid by trading the FX markets. The 3 pillars of FX trading. To find out more about this guide, click on the blue link below now. Also, keep an eye out in the coming days for more quick, actionable tips to help you make your first profitable steps in the FX markets. In the meantime, click on the blue link below to find out more about what real investing in the FX markets means.